Hello everybody, today I will be teaching you how to play as Prussia in Victoria 3, but more importantly than that, we will be forming Germany as Prussia in Victoria 3. Alright, the strongest thing that Prussia can do in this game is to form Germany. To do that, we are going to need to research a few things. Come over to the Journal tab, hover over North German Confederation. We need to research nationalism to get this potential journal entry. So, we're going to come over to the Technology tab, we're going to hover over to Society, and we are going to research nationalism. Now, that's going to give us plus 10 authority, but more importantly, it enables the journal entry. What does this journal entry do? Well, all of the North German states, which if we hover over Culture, hit the Culture tab, you're going to see North German. It's going to hover over all of these. So any of these states, if we have a high enough relationship with them, will voluntarily join our country. So in order to do that, we're going to research nationalism, but we want to research nationalism just a little bit faster. So what do we do to make that go faster? We got to get more innovation. Where does innovation come from? That comes from the university building. We currently have 4 universities producing 8.2 innovation. This is pretty damn low, if I'm completely honest. But we do have a production method we can change to. Philosophy department. It's going to cost us a little bit of money, but it's going to do plus 12 innovation, so now we're doing plus 12 instead of plus 8. We're going to need to build a few more of these, though, because that simply isn't enough. So I'm going to build 6 universities. But in order to build those quickly, we're going to need to build some construction sectors. So I'm going to hold Alt to queue them as number 1, press this button twice, and that should be about good. But, looks like our economy is now bad from building stuff. So we're going to come to the budget and we're going to fix this. We're going to add consumption taxes on services and change the taxation level to 4. Look at that, we're making income now. Now that we got our money situation down, we're making more than we're losing, we're going to come over to the Buildings tab, and we're going to change all of our production methods to where they are the most efficient ones for us. So, easy one off the bat, food industries, we currently have bakeries, we want to move to sweeteners because that's an extra 1.9k substitution cost. Easy. Same with textile mills. Go from hand-sewn clothes to dye workshops, that's 2.7. You're going to go down the list and find anything that you need to change. Actually, I don't think you need to change any of these because I believe they are all at the max off the start. Except for urban centers, that one you're going to change it, that's going to be plus 10k. So that's going to be a big one. This one, however, changing to public trams, that's going to be minus 26.3k. So we're not going to do that because that's going to be a heavy loss because we don't have enough transportation because we do not have any railways yet. After that, we've already changed the university one. The only other one we're going to change is the government administration. We're going to change everything to standardized filing systems for the more bureaucracy. That's going to give us a little bit more, but that's going to pay off in the future when we build more government bureaucracy buildings. You are going to want to do the exact same thing with your rural buildings, but with the rural buildings, we are also going to set all of them to automatic expansion. This way, we don't have to keep an eye on building stuff. The AI will do it for us, and I have found that the AI is very efficient when it comes to that. It keeps your economy very well balanced, and I have not had any problems with this whatsoever. Alright, that is everything you need to do in the Buildings tab. We do have a little bit of authority left over, so what I'm going to do, come down to the political lens, go to decrees. We're going to encourage manufacturing industry in Brandenburg. We're going to encourage agricultural industry in Posen, and encourage resource industry in Silesia. Silesia is a very, very high resource country. 120 coal mine maximum, and it's got this modifier of coal mines building throughput plus 10%. Posen has, actually I don't know if that's Posen or Posen, I think it's Posen. I'll have to look that up later, but there's 127 arable land. So when we get that maxed out, that's going to be a ton of stuff. And then Brandenburg, it's our capital. We're going to have some place to build a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be here. Okay, so the 2 things that you need for a country to voluntarily join you are A, to have very high relations. I find that it takes about plus 50 for them to automatically join you, and they have to be in your customs union. Customs union is your market. So if you come over to the market tab, you're going to see that the Prussian market spans through most of World War I era Germany. However, we're missing this spot right here. It is Hanover, Oldenburg, Bremen, and Hamburg are all part of the British market. However, they will leave the British market on their own accord. However, that does not mean that they're going to join you. Hanover will start its own market, and then those 3 other smaller nations will join them instead. So we're going to need a way to break them out of that market. The easiest way I've found to do this is to come over to them, improve relations with them, and bankroll them. It's going to cost us 1.3k pounds per week, and in return, we get plus relations and a 1% chance per week of them owing us an obligation. This is a tool that we can use to basically force them into agreeing to whatever we want them to, which in this case will be joining our customs union. Okay, after that, we're going to come to laws. We're going to try and pass colonization. Either resettlement or exploitation. I'm going to go with exploitation because it has a little bit higher clout. Now, we are going to try and get that passed. However, in one of my playthroughs with this, it was about to start a revolution, so I had to cut it. So, do not get attached to colonization. It is a benefit. It is not a necessity. Alright, once you've done all of that, we're going to go to the diplomatic lens. Diplomatic actions, improve relations, and we're going to just start improving relations with all of these North German countries that are in our customs union. At this point, we are going to unpause the game and let it run from here. We're simply going to wait for nationalism to research so that we can start getting the North German states inside of our own country and then go from there. Now, if it looks like colonization is going to pass, then what you're going to do is you're going to declare an interest in La Plata, South America. Because these little states right here are ripe for colonization. Take a quick overview, there's no malaria. However, if you go over to Africa and look at their states, they got severe malaria, which is going to cause a minus 95% colonial growth speed to non-homeland states. That is a lot. Very, very big penalty. These states do not have them, so we will blitz through and conquer them immediately. And that will give you a foothold into South America where you can continue to expand into Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, Peru, Brazil, and so on and so on. You are going to get an event for philosophy department. This is going to give you just a boost to university throughput. It's good. Just you don't really have a choice. You kind of have to take it. So just do that. Bureaucratic shortfall. Anytime you see this, just build an extra government administration building. It's no big deal. If your surplus starts to get too high, I would recommend building more construction sectors in Berlin because you're going to get that throughput bonus. Looks like I've got 19,000, so I'm going to build +3. I think that's going to give me about 0. We now have nationalism, so we're going to go back to our journal entry. North German Confederation. So this is an event that will trigger once we get 10 states under our control. So our next research is going to be pan-nationalism, which is going to take us 6 years to do because it is ahead of time. To my understanding, the way that the technology tree works is you get a bunch of tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 research is tier 5. Anytime you complete a tier 2, it takes about, I think, roughly 2,000 innovation off of a tier 3 technology. So if I were to, say, research all of, postal savings, this would no longer cost 30,000 innovation, it would cost 28,000. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's how it works from my own experiments. While technically more efficient to research all of the tier 2s and then do the tier 3, I need pan-nationalism to form Germany, so I'm just going to automatically go do it. It's going to take longer, but that's fine. That's why we want to get our innovation up, because we're going to be doing that quickly. Now, you're going to start to get a lot of these events, and you're just going to say yes to all of them. Take the infamy, it doesn't matter, because you also get the Iron Chancellor event, which if you appoint Bismarck, which you should appoint Bismarck, you're going to get plus 20 infamy decay, so it's really not going to matter. Once your relations get to a certain point with a country, you're going to automatically stop improving relations with them, which means you're going to need to go and improve relations with other countries. Just go again. Alright, looks like we have colonization. So what we are going to do, since we established that interest group earlier, we're going to establish a colony in here. Now these are going to blitz through very quickly because, like I say, there is no malaria here, so they're going to colonize super fast. Keep on accepting the Confederation. Alright, Hanover is no longer part of the British market, so that means it is possible to invite them to our own customs union. They would not accept us yet because they are still cautious of us, and we do not have an obligation. Once those two things are met, we should be able to get them to join our custom. Another confederation with Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Once your influence gets high again, make sure you're going back and still improving relationships with all these countries. Confederation with Schwarzburg. Another bureaucratic shortfall incoming because I'm increasing the institution. Just build another government administration building. Super easy. Confederation with Saxony. We got that one. Our borders are looking very nice now. As more states join you, they are going to have their weird building rules and production methods all in there. So make sure that you're going back through this list and keeping everything standard. A lot of these smaller states don't have the same technology that you have, so all of their stuff just gets, jumbled in here. Also, once you get to a few years in, you can go ahead and automatically expand all of your urban sectors as well. And then I would also recommend building one of every single building type in Brandenburg. Munitions plant, steel mill, everything except an arts academy, because I'm yet to see those things be productive in any way, shape, or form. We have an obligation to Hanover now. See if we can get them to join the customs union. We cannot because they are cautious of us. So what we can do here, we can absolve the obligation. That's going to improve relationships with them tremendously. They're now friendly with us. Diplomacy, they are now cooperative. And we can invite them to the customs union now. +5, let's do that. Now, I would expect them to join us. Yep, Confederation with Hanover. Look at those borders. We got everything connected now. Come over to the buildings tab, make sure everything's auto-expanding, make sure everything's in the production method that you would like it to be. Remember, you will still need to get these top 3 German states into your customs union, so just make sure you keep that in mind. You're going to have high diplomatic relations with them. You might need to get an obligation over them. Confederation with Schaumburg-Lippe. Confederation with Mecklenburg. We got a confederation with Waldeck. Looks like it may take a while to get all these top states in. I may start bankrolling some of them. We will check on our colonies down here. They are looking very nice indeed. Look at that Prussian blue. You're also going to want these two, Schleswig and Holstein, to improve relations with them because they will be part of forming Germany in the future. If you go ahead and take care of that now instead of later, it's going to be much easier on you. Towards Germany, we will take, the world will know our achievement, and we will now be known as the North German Confederation. This is step 1 done. After doing North German Confederation and before German unification, you can't join any more states in for free. Now, as soon as we get pan-nationalism, which is, wow, in 6 weeks because we already did it, that's not going to be a very long time. So give that a few seconds to, finish up. We now have pan-nationalism. Okay, so after you get those two, I'm going to recommend doing military because we are going to want specifically the breech-loading artillery. That's going to give us higher power projection, which we can use to bully people. So, shell gun. Do that one next. If you come over to the culture tab, you're going to see this screen first. You swap over to nation formation, click on Germany. This is where we're going to inevitably form Germany. So you can look down here, you see states supports Austria, Luxembourg. Württemberg supports me. Hohenzollern supports me. And you can scroll down here to see which states support you to form Germany and which states support Austria. We're going to need most of these people to support us if we're going to form Germany proper. How are we going to do that? Improving relations and going to war. There is a chance you won't have to go to war, but it is kind of dependent on some random factors, so I would not count on it. You will likely have to go to war with Austria to properly form Germany. Confederation with Lübeck. We will take it. Oh, I completely forgot to mention. After you do nationalism and pan-nationalism, you should have more authority. You have 100 more. Use that. If you need more money, just add another consumption taxes on wine. Or if you want to do another decree, I would probably recommend doing social mobility or road maintenance. Either one is just really up to what you want to do at this point. I'm going to go with social mobility to get some more literacy. I am going to take this trade agreement with France because France is a very powerful potential friend. Alright, Confederation with Oldenburg. Cultures. Looks like we could form Germany now if we wanted, but we would be out on Schleswig-Holstein and Baden. I would like to get Baden, but I don't think I can without going to war. Alright. Active research. At this point, I don't know. Just At this point, you're just going to research whatever you want, whatever you're needing, however you're wanting to play. I'm going to keep going down military because you can't be Prussia without a massive military. I mean, come on. We're going to come over to buildings development. We're going to switch our barracks to the most advanced that we possibly can. Hopefully they're not missing supplies and stuff, but they probably are. Yeah. Oh yeah, I also forgot Luxembourg. Improve relations with them, because they're technically part of this as well. Bankroll them, whatever, just make them like you. So it looks like we're going to get everyone except for Holstein and except for Baden. Tried to get Baden, but doesn't look like it's going to work. So we're going to launch a leadership play, because everyone's going to back us. We're going to get Austria out of the running. Everyone will have to support us. Here we go. Alright, countries we can sway. Looks like it's going to be France. We're going to do that, as France is going to be our friends in this. Offer an obligation. France is powerful. More powerful than Russia is. It looks like they backed down. German Empire, we got Baden. Now we just need to get Schleswig. And everybody supports us except for the Austrian ones. This is fine. We're going to now form Germany. We have 21 of 19 states. And there you go. It's all of Germany under one ruler. All hail the Kaiser. Looks like we're minus 20 now, so we're gonna have to fix a few things in the government. We're just gonna crank taxes up. That looks like the best way to fix it. Okay, easy enough. We're Germany now, 1849, and we got colonies way over here doing stuff. You will also have to incorporate all of these states, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I think that does it for Germany. At this point, 75 million GDP, 5th in the world. You're going to be way up there without even doing anything. You just set everything to auto-expand, you should be fine. I say, just run your economy like you would normally. Laws, do whatever laws that you really desire, I guess. And yeah, you should be able to play as Germany pre-1850. Didn't even have to go to war. If you scare Austria, get some powerful friends, get Russia as your friend, get France as your friend, you're going to be able to win the war with Austria if they don't back down. In the times that I've done it, they have backed down, so just, you know, get your power projection up and they're going to be scared of you and then do it. Alright, that's going to do it for the Prussia into Germany video. If you like that, be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be doing more videos like this, more country tutorials. So if you would like, leave a comment letting me know which country you want to see me do next and I will get around to that as soon as possible. But anyway, that is going to do it today. I will see you all later. Goodbye.